Do you agree with Mr. Lego when he says that a woman value decreases as she gets older? Is that true?
Sexual marketplace value, yeah. We all, yeah.
Wait, what?
If that's what you're talking about, we become as we age, we're not as attractive as we were when we were younger. It's how it works.
Okay,
Having
then
babies,
You start
all that shit.
okay, what about as far as like success?
what defines success for me, and I can answer that better.
Whether she would amount to something
Financially, or as a wife, or like what?
Oh, Marcus, I won't prepare for you to be asking all these damn questions now.
I want to make sure I answer with some type of specificity. Okay. If we're talking about a career, people do increase the longer they in a position. That's just how that works. So it's more than likely that her worth will increase as far as that. If we're talking about benefits to the family, if she was married and had kids, she becomes even more valuable to that family because she's a staple of that family. If we're talking about a single woman, I think a single woman, and we're excluding finances, the value would be plummeting.
How do we get
like stocks, like crypto last year?
All right, let me go ahead and get Sweeney. Now, go ahead, Sweeney. You got this chart up here. What's going on here?
Man, I done quoted this chart so many goddamn times. Y'all know what it is. People in relationships and marriages do what's necessary. That's what that means. Most people are doing the same amount of work in a household, and the amount of work that you do within the household is coincides with how much work you do outside the household. Most couples do what's necessary. Now, if you're with someone like Andrea, who believes that she can do whatever she wants with her money, fair. But what that does is that means that he can do whatever the hell he wants with his money. So that's what you get, dysfunction. But I'm not in disagreement with what Andrea wants to do. But those relationships don't tend to work out. Well, I ain't gonna say they don't work out, but what are we doing here, man? How do we circle back around to this conversation? We know what needs to be done. If you're in a household and you with somebody and shit needs to get done, you do the shit that needs to get done. This is
But Sweeney, that's if you become a one. If you are a rugged individual,
then you got shit like what Andrea said. And I'm not picking on you, Andrea. I'm just saying that when you say, hey, why can't you do whatever the fuck you want to do with your money? That's saying I'm not gonna, because what that dude was saying was do what's necessary for the family. If he's taking care of this, why can't you in turn take care of this to help push the family forward? He's not saying you better do this. He's saying, why can't you if you're working as one with a partner? Now, but if you find something wrong with that, then I can see why you don't want to move in lockstep with a man. And there's nothing wrong with that. But for men, that is a bad bet.
Okay.
What's the bad bet? What's the bad bet? What is a bad bet?
To be with someone that tells you, hey, I see here that you're taking care of all the bills, and I see here that I can do something that can push the family forward with my finances, but I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do with my money. You can't tell me shit about it. That's a bad bet for anybody in a relationship. Even for a woman, if she was dealing with a man and she was doing what was necessary for the family, he was doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do, that's a bad bet for her.
That's not what I said. What I'm saying specifically is this. Can y'all hear me, or am I like jet lag?
Go ahead.
Okay. If a woman is with a man and he decides he wants to pay the bills, he does not then get to dictate what she does with her money. If she decides that she wants to spend her money on her kids and her family, she needs to be able to be making those decisions because that's truly what she wants to do, and not because some man told her to do it. That's what I'm saying. I feel like y'all gotta stop letting these men try to control y'all's minds and y'all thinking patterns. Do you know that you are so much more intelligent than that? Do you know we could rule this world and this nation if we would stop letting men convince us that we need them to make decisions?
Wait, Andrea, do you think he needs to pay the bills? Do you think he needs to pay the bills?
Andrea, can I ask you a question?
Powerful you are. Stop letting these men convince you that you are not capable of making decisions on your own. They're fine to have, yeah, that's cool, but they're not a necessity. At the end of the day, they need us to procreate, and we choose who we want to be with as well.
Leave these women alone.
Andrea, I just want to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question, Andrea?
No.
Huh? I want to ask you a question.
I don't become a creep and let go.
No.
What are you trying to convince her of? Let her be her.
Do you know how much of a child you actually enjoy being? And if you got with a dude that allowed you to be the child that you are, you would love it. And on the other side of that, you would listen to him because he allows you to be the child that you enjoy being.
This is a pride.
Hold on, one last thing. So do you see the benefit of listening to him if he allows you to run around doing dumb shit like you want to do?
Mr. Lego, why are you trying to convince her of this, man?
So let me just say this, Winnie. When I be talking about men in these relationships, this is specifically what I'm talking about. You are clearly observing behavior that is counterproductive, and you're hitting on her at the same time.
Hey, this is wild. This is.
Y'all
I'm not hitting on her. What are you talking about?
Y'all drive niggas to drink, boy.
Y'all guys are sick. See, what the problem
Exactly.
is,
I'm not hitting on her. I'm asking an actual question.
She don't want it.
Do she see the benefit in a man letting her be a child and do stupid stuff?
Yes.
Who cares?
That's an actual question.
Like that was turning them on, y'all. Go ahead, Trev.
This is crazy. This is nonsense.
You want to be a child and run around doing stupid shit.
It's a fetish, y'all. Go ahead, Trev.
So I'll say this. We can't behave as if women aren't autonomous beings, right? They're very well capable of doing what they want to do and being successful at it, right? I've seen this happen many times. Whether they're happy or not, that determines on what they want in their life, right? So a woman can get a job. A woman can move up the corporate ladder and be successful at it and just be content with that, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. And quite frankly, some women don't belong in the dating pool, right? And if they just want to go ahead and date without intention, there's nothing wrong with that. We can't make them do that, right? Marriage is not for everybody. Kids is not for everybody. But what we do need to understand is you knowing who you are, knowing where you fall under. What we don't want to see is, like Letko said a little bit earlier, we don't want to see women who have children who shouldn't have children, right? Who don't have the time, who don't have the patience to have children. That's where we need to focus on the most. Keep those people from having children. So just be as responsible as you can so you don't. If you know you don't want kids, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Not everyone has to have a legacy. I don't think that it's ever been like that historically ever, where everybody always had children. Now, if you're going to do that, then there's a certain way you should do that. I do think that you should back it with marriage. I do think you should raise them in a dual parent household just because statistically it's better in every single metric. We understand that. That's the problem that we're having here today. You just need to know what bracket that it is that you fall under and where you feel comfortable and execute that way. And you're not going to have an issue at all. Now, as far as delegating the work, me personally, for me, I know that I'm going to run the household as a man. And my lady is very comfortable with it, right? For her to have the ease of not having to make crazy decisions and not have to worry about money and just working electively where you don't have to. If you feel like it, you can. If you don't, then you don't, right? And not have to worry about it. That works for me, right? I found a partner who that works for as well. You have to just make sure that you find a partner who is on the same page with you, right? Me personally, I think it is a lot more successful if you allow the man to run the relationship at least financially and make those type of decisions for the household. If he's trustworthy, of course, he has to be a man of merit, a man who is serious, a man that is about his business. But believe me, ladies, resting in your femininity is the greatest gift you can have. When you have a man that you can actually trust to do it the right way, you are going to feel at ease and you are going to love every minute of it. I promise. Now, if you don't meet that guy or you don't invite that guy or you don't attract that guy and you actually repel that guy, that's on you. And then you'd have to look within if that's what you're looking for and find out why is it that I'm having some damn, I got loud as hell. Somebody.
The fuck was that?
Yo, what was that?
Go ahead,
y'all can hear me quick.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
they just killed my shit. I'll let y'all go ahead. It looked like somebody wanted to respond to it, so I'll go back and forth.
No,
literally said everything that I said.